snack has played a huge part in my training camp. The protein, the ZMA, everything, the pre-workout, it's played such a major part in my training camp, keeping me healthy, keeping me recovered, keeping me feeling good, strong, and ready for my next workout.
Big fight, big rematch, big consequences for the winner, Frank.
Yeah, it's a big fight. Since the fight's taken place, a lot of things have changed. Lyndon's gone into the #1 position in the WBO, so he's got to, to get to #1. Eventually, you become a mandatory, so that's going to be on the line. So he obviously, and I think he had an operation on his hand, so he's told me his hand's really good now, his right hand. So he's 100%. And with Anthony, he's in a fight that he can't afford to lose. This is a real crossroads for both of them, and it's a fantastic fight. It's a great rematch, and I think we're going to see something a little bit special on the night.
Why did you write that, Lyndon?
Because I believe they don't want to come to Manchester and fight me. That's why I put that. So that's why it's there.
So you genuinely believe Yarde and Team Yarde over here were too scared to go to Manchester?
That's what I believe, yeah.
Anthony, your response?
Bruv, all it is, is you got no fan base.
I got what?
You got no fan base. That's what it is.
I know. So we need it in East London.
For me,
in your backyard, didn't it?
It didn't really matter where the fight was. It didn't even get put to me. It's a business decision by promoters, people in the background. I don't care where I go to fight. I went to Russia to fight. It don't matter to me. So all that pussy talk, allow it. Allow it. Because everyone here knows what time it is. And it's a business decision in the background. It didn't even get put to me. I don't care where I go to fight. I just said make the rematch happen.
Just want to bring Tunde in here. What went wrong in the first fight, Tunde?
Well,
you're supposed to knock me out in the first fight.
You finish?
Continue.
You're talking because you're scared.
Scared of what?
Anyway, sorry.
What am I scared of?
Ask the question again.
The question is, what went wrong in the first fight? And Lyndon said you were supposed to knock me out in the first fight.
Well, I've never made excuses for nothing. It's just not in our nature to make excuses. And you know it's coming, but we can always say, we know what Anthony was going through emotionally. You tell me how you're supposed to perform at your apex when you've lost so many family members in a number of weeks. That's it. I think everyone who saw the fight knows Anthony doesn't box like that. But even having said all that, you've made up this story in your head about this spectacular jab. You won by 1 point on 2 scorecards, and you lost by 6 points on another scorecard on our worst day. So let's get that right.
But we know his decisions are a bit
Let's get that right.
We've seen it the other day.
You finished?
Well, you brought me into it.
It just shows you ain't calm enough for this. That's why you have to interrupt.
You talked about me. I reacted to what you said.
Exactly. Exactly. How it goes is I talk, you listen. You talk, I listen.
That's never going to happen now, Tunde. I'll tell you that now. You can
the Batman and Robin of the show. Go on.
Listen. This ain't a cussing match, bro.
You got sunglasses
Listen,
on.
I'm not going to create a cussing.
You got sunglasses on in the room.
Right? You know what I mean? This, I'm not here to entertain. I'm just here for the fight.
Mate, you got sunglasses on.
If you want to entertain,
And you got a big jacket on the winner jacket.
I'll punch your fucking head in. That's how I would entertain.
All right, let me tell you something. You ain't punching nothing.
Right, so when we're talking like that, it ain't about that. Yeah, you said last time Yarde was gonna knock Lyndon out. That's what you said. Yeah, that's what you said. Okay, it didn't knock him out. Right, that's it. So now it's back to you. Yeah, how you had to beat Lyndon. Okay, that's it. Let's not talk about all the palaver and all this politics and all whatever. Yeah, he got beat. Yeah, it's not about he didn't get beat and this and that. At the end of the day, it's not down to Anthony. We didn't make the decision. He got beat. The judges said he got beat. Okay? You can be disappointed. It was a close fight. I'm not saying it wasn't close, but Lyndon only boxed with one hand. Okay? It was a close fight. It was a close fight. I came into the dressing room to show you respect. You looked at me. You didn't even look at me, bro. Yeah? The other guy and Anthony was okay. You had a problem. You've had a problem from day one. Yeah, I don't have a problem, but you made a problem between me and you. Because in life, it's about respect. I respect you. No matter what, even if I don't like you, I'd still respect you. Okay? This is the key. Yeah? I respect Anthony as a fighter. No matter what, I'm going to prepare for Anthony like he's a world champion. I'm not going to come here and think this is a walkover. This ain't no walkover. It ain't no game. It's real. I've been at this level before. I've took fighters at this level before. I know the game. I understand it. Yeah? I'm not trying to diss. I'm not here to try and diss your fighter, just like you're not here to try and diss my fighter. Okay? If this is a boxing match, it's between me and you because you're the top trainer and I'm a top trainer. These fighters only do what we want them to do. They work to the best. We get them up in the morning. We take them out on the road work. We work with them in the gym. We do the pad work. We see that everything's okay. We make sure that they are what they are. Right or wrong?
Pat, you finished?
No, I'm right or wrong though.
You finished? You're talking to me with dark glasses on. You saying you're going to punch, man. You ain't punching nothing. I got kids, or I got a child who's looking back at home. So even coming down there, I had to say to myself, Tundi, act civilized. Don't fall into that trap of being ignorant. Be calm, cool, collective. I don't even know what you're talking about. You just mentioned about not talking to you. Listen, I just listen to you talk.
Don't talk to the fighter like that. If you're going to talk to the fighter, it's like a kid and his parent. Talk to the parent. Yeah? Talk to me as his trainer, but don't try and diss the fighter.
Pat, you ain't punching no one in the face.
At the end of the what?
You ain't punching no one in the face.
That's what you say.
You got dark glasses on.
Listen,
you ain't punching no one in the
like
face.
that, it could be like that. It's as simple as that.
But maybe we'll do a face-off between Pat and Tundi.
Listen, I'm a big man.
As well.
I'm a big man. Listen, at the end of the day, let's answer the question. As I said from the beginning, we don't make excuses. Other than the fact that Anthony lost a lot of family members. Anthony,
that's done, man.
It's finished. That's exactly, it is finished. And we're going to be cool, calm, collective. And we're going to do what we're supposed to do in the first fight. I don't know what Pat's talking about with this changing room situation. I'm not going to, if my fighter's just lost the contest, I'm not going to be shaking and hip, hip, hooray to you after the fight. I have to let that digest. I'm not here to, this is a fight. So don't think I'm coming, who are you that I must come on, show you respect? It's a fight. And all the talk about this, I don't understand what you're saying. We both come from certain areas where we've seen all that. You're a boxing trainer, Pat. You ain't no bad man. You're a boxing trainer. So let's just let the gladiators do what they do, which is fighting with their fists. And, you know, what day is it, Frank?
It's on the 6th.
4th of December. 4th of December. We see what it is.
Listen, let's talk to one of those gladiators, Anthony Yarde. There was a lot of talk about Lyndon Arthur's right hand. Perhaps it was injured in the fight. That was the chat. Do you feel as though he was injured in the fight with his right hand, or do you think
I wasn't
maybe
injured in the fight. I was injured before the fight, weeks before the fight.
Look,
Okay, do you think there was an injury, or do you feel as though he didn't throw it because he was worried about what was coming back?
I'm just going off of what was said immediately after the fight, before anyone got a chance to think about what they were saying, etc. We're fighters. Like, I'm not here to bullshit nobody. Every fighter has injuries. It's consistent. It don't stop. Every fighter has injuries. Shoulder injuries, arm injuries, hand injuries. I got told I should have had an operation on my hand. I let it heal. I've had hand injuries. I've broken both of my hands before. Like, it's all, as I said before, I don't do this excuse thing. The judges said I lost, boom, I lost, rematch. See what happens. Let me talk. So, in terms of all this other stuff about, hand, Lyndon Arthur said it immediately after the fight. He even said it in the fight. Pat Barrett was saying to him, throw your right hand. He said, I can't find it, I can't land it. I can't find him. After that, he said, he's got a good defense. I couldn't land my right hand. So then all this other talks that are coming afterwards, I know the boxing game, I know how it goes. The fight went the way it went, and the rematch is here. Boom.
Well, Lyndon, how do you think he's going to approach the rematch? I've heard you say in an interview to Boxing Social, you talked about what's he going to do? Is he going to come out and try and blow me away and then run out of gas?
He's going to come out fast. He has to, because he's nowhere on this earth he can outbox me. No way, there's not a chance on this earth that he can outbox me. It's pointless thinking about it, so I know for a fact what he's going to do. The only thing he can do is come out and try and knock me out, exactly like he said he was going to do in the first fight. That's it.
Is that all you can do, Anthony? Is that it? You can just come out and try and knock him out, or can you box him? What can you do?
Well, if I land a shot and then
You
I knock
landed
him
a shot,
out,
and you landed a
if I
shot.
land a
that's right.
shot and I knock him out, it's not going to be. I'm not going to wait for him to recover. I'm going to finish the job. At the same time, we're professionals. We prepare for 12 rounds, and it is what it is, man. We'll see fight night. All this talking stuff. You've seen it throughout my whole career. I'm just not on it, because at the end of the day, you have to get in the ring. You have to get in the ring. So I've been around, like, the way I grew up is a lot of people spoke. A lot of people spoke. A lot of people spoke. And again, people are on camera watching, the people that know me. I don't do this talking thing.
Well, still got a few minutes to go, so some more talking to come. Pat, do you feel that you and Lyndon were overlooked heading into the first fight? Did you have the respect that you deserved as champion, as Commonwealth unbeaten champion, and with that WBO Intercontinental title on the line? Were you treated with respect heading into that first fight?
No, I think respect is something that you earn. It's not something that, people don't have to respect you. I think after the fight, I think we earned the respect as fighter, as trainer. And again, Anthony Yarde has never been overlooked as far as I'm concerned. It's always something that I knew that was going to happen. There's always that fight that was always there. And even though we was the champion at the time, and he wasn't, it wasn't a backward step for me. It was a forward step. He was a good opponent, and it's the same as now. He's a good opponent again now, because, if you're looking at world titles and you're looking at going further, you've got to beat the people like Anthony Yarde, because he is a world-class operator, and he's fought for the world title before. And if we're going in that direction, this would be, again, a good fight for us to have. It's not that we don't want the rematch. It's just that I thought the rematch, well, when you're the champion, you should have the rights and have certain things. But, hey, it doesn't make a difference. It is what it is. It's boxing.
Tunde, do you think that these guys here really wanted the rematch?
Obviously not. That's why you tried to go to another advisor to get you out the rematch. But that's another conversation. Pat came to us after the fight, and he said it out of his own mouth. And he can tell you what he said, but I'm going to tell you what he said. He said, we don't want that fight. We don't want that rematch. So they've tried everything.
And why did I say it from there?
They've tried. I don't know why he said it. That's your business.
I think it's time for Lyndon to make money now. Yeah.
Hey, wait. I got a very, very good memory, yeah. He came in the change room and he said, we was lucky.
Thank you very much.
Let me talk, man. He goes, we was lucky. It was a close fight. And again, at the time I spoke to you, Dev, I didn't think it was a close fight. Again, I'm an honest person. I went back, I watched it. It was a closer fight than I thought. And he said, I know how you're going to come for the next fight. I'm going to do everything I can to not make this rematch happen. I want my boy to go on and make some money. And I said, I respect that. He goes, you've made a lot of money in the sport. And I joked to him and said, I ain't made enough money yet. And he goes, you've made a lot of money. And he said, I want my boy to go and make some money. I'm meant to look after him. I said, I respect it, but the rematch has to happen. There's a rematch clause. And boom. Like, I don't know what he's talking about Tunde. Obviously, no one likes to lose a fight. These two before had respect between each other. I don't know if it's a selfish or what. Hold on. Hold on. I'm in the middle of talking. I always let you talk. Let me just finish. So then, all this respect thing. The way I grew up, yeah, is when we're on the stage like this, we made it to a certain level. I don't respect all this. I'll punch in your face stuff. But I'll be honest with you, I don't respect it, because I respect you before. I always come and show you respect. Saying all that, I don't like it. It's not even good for the culture. It's not good for nothing. But you're a trainer, so train your fighter to fight me. You don't start talking about punching man in his face. That's not even good, and you know that's not good as well. So leave that all at home. No one here is a bad man. We all chose a sport for a reason. It's not even about all that, I'll punch in your face and acting all aggy and things like that. We're professionals. I've always shown you respect, and I'm sure Tunde's always shown you respect as well. And you know it as well.
Dev, can you ask me a question, please? Cool. Ask me the question again, please.
I asked you the question again. I forgot what I asked you, mate.
Hang on a minute.
well, is
Going
this-
back to, I just want to answer that part. Going back to what you said in the dressing room, I said, you know what? It was a close fight. Yeah, I did say it was a close fight. Yeah, I was honest. Yeah, but I said, and you said to me, do you think Lyndon won it? I said, yeah, I did. And he said, how did he win it? I said, he caught you with jabs, man. I said, he out-jabbed you. And you went, I caught him with jabs. I said, yeah, but look at your face. He goes, yeah, but I'm Marco Pisa. I do Marco Pisa. That's what you said. No, if you're going to say something, let's be right. I told you I said Lyndon won it. I didn't say it was a close fight that you won it. I said the fight was a close fight. Bear in mind, yeah, Lyndon only boxed you with one hand. Yeah.
I didn't say that you said I
So I
won.
mean, I did say that, but I also did say that I thought my boxer won. I told you in the dressing rooms. I did not once say Lyndon didn't win.
I didn't say that, you said that.
Okay.
Anyway, there was a contract signed by both parties, and there was a rematch clause in there, and that's what people, you sign a contract, you adhere to the contract. You know, and I did say to Pat at the Albert Hall, we're going to try and get this on in Manchester, but there was no date available in Manchester, so we tried to get it on in October in Birmingham, and unfortunately it didn't happen for whatever reason. Not down to us, it didn't happen. But it's on now, and everybody have fulfilled their contractual arrangements, and it's a good fight. And you know, and I think at the time when we did the interviews after the fight, Anthony did think he won. He said, I well won that fight. And I said to him at the time, you need to go back and watch the fight again, which he did, because it wasn't how he felt it was. And we are now where we are. So on the 4th, you both get in there, you're going to do what you got to do, and the best man's going to come out on the night. This is a good fight. You know, putting all the other stuff aside, this is a good fight between two good quality operators, both ranked. One's ranked number 1 in the world, and Anthony's got a couple of world rankings as well in various governing bodies. This is a really good quality fight, and we're going to get entertained. And I know both of them. Well, there's a bit more. It's a bit more meaningful than the first fight because of what's happened. And at the end of the day, there's only one group of people who are going to benefit from it, and that'd be the fans. Because I think they're going to see a fantastic fight between the two of them.
Frank, there's no way I'm letting this conference finish without saying my piece.
No, hey, we're not finishing yet. We're not finishing.
I'm just telling you straight, because I've been quiet, and there's people watching at home, there's people watching on YouTube, and certain things were said to me. Pat knows he can't say that to me. I'm just not. I don't come from that, and it's Anthony touching it. It's so disrespectful, because you know what I'm about. Myself, Anthony, you, Lyndon, you changed your life. You came from a certain demographic. You done well. But to come up on this stage and talk like that to Tunde Ajayi, you know that's a wrong move. That's disrespect. I've never disrespected you. I don't actually disrespect anyone. That's just the way I'm built.
You've already done
So listen, Pat. I let you talk. I let you run up your gums, and I just cool, because at the end of the day, it's not me and you fighting. It's Lyndon and Anthony, and they're gonna get in the ring, and they're gonna settle the score, and that's it. Everybody tune in. BT Sports, December the 4th. I got the date right.
Yeah, December 4th.
Glad one of us did.
We're gonna have a good time, and today you see a group of people that were professional, and another side who acted unprofessional. Talking about punching people in the face. It ain't, see, this is what I'm saying. I'm this close from going back to the road.
It's done, man.
From switching to, but I've left that. I've left that. Like,
So you say going back to the road.
All right, hey, listen. It's finished. It's finished. No. I've left that, my man. I've left that. I'm trying to set an example. You see, you're talking again, Pat.
I'll leave it, man.
All right, let's go. Again, lovely.
Pat,
That's it.
any
That's the
closing
energy.
comments, Pat? Any final?
That's the energy.
No?
Right.
Okay. We've heard from Tunde. We were hoping to hear from Pat. Let's hear from the fighters with their closing comments. The challenger first, Anthony Yarde. Your closing comments. I know you talked about you've got a destructive mindset heading into this fight. Lyndon's here. What's your final message to him and your final message to everyone here?
Just tune into BT Sports December 4th and watch a spectacular show.
Anything you want to say to Lyndon?
Absolutely not. Do your thing.
Lyndon, well, that's the message from Anthony. Do your thing. The stage is yours. I know you've had a bit of frustration building up to this fight. Anything you want to get off your...
I've had no frustration.
Okay, well, anything you want to get off your chest, now's the time.
No, we're here now. The fight's going to happen. 4th of December. Let's go to work.
All right. Let's go to work. Tickets are on sale. Let's all go to work and go to seetickets.com. Frank, you've already waxed lyrical about this fight, but give everyone watching a final reminder as to why they should come on December the 4th.
Because it's war.
I like that.
War on the 4th. You're going to see a really good quality fight between two quality fighters. War.
Yes, sir.